Corporate scandals seem to be pervasive. Every month brings another spectacular fall. These transgressions get all the press attention, and there's little doubt that the problems are widespread. It makes one wonder, what happened to business ethics and doing the right thing?
The exposure of the scandals that have been coming to the forefront over and over again in the United States has eroded the trust of the public in corporate America. My personal opinion is that the more we see of this, the more it eludes us. But it also helps us understand that if we're going to do something about it, it has to start with us.
Some think businesses are only interested in making money and their bottom line. But it is the unethical business practices of some that pollute the public's perception. However, this is a small number of people, yet it becomes a big enough story that the public's perception of business and business practices has drastically declined.
The reestablishment of trust in corporate America requires a communication program that has broad-based understanding and support. The vast majority of executives and those who serve corporate America as professionals spend a great amount of energy doing what they do in an ethical and trustworthy fashion. In part, the public needs to know that. The norm of American business is trustworthy, not what we see in some of the highly publicized failures of corporate America.
At one point, the accounting profession was taking the blame for the scandals that had become pervasive in the business world. Concerned with the impact of the negative publicity, David Costello, president of the National Association of State Boards of Accountancy, NASBA, was compelled to create an organization that addressed the issue of ethics in business, education, and society. As a result, NASBA established the NASBA Center for the Public Trust.
The mission of the Center for the Public Trust is to engender and foster confidence in American corporations and the institutions which serve them. The center was actually born out of the accounting profession because at the time, accountants, CPAs, and auditors were involved in some of the wrongdoing and some of the malfeasance. And so simply, we started with what we know best, and that's accounting and auditing. Let's get to the CPAs, and let's highlight those CPAs who are doing it right. And by far, the vast majority of CPAs do that, as do CEOs and other officers of companies throughout this country.
Since negative events are typically considered more newsworthy and attention and energy are expended in that direction, the NASBA Center for the Public Trust takes the opposite approach. Focus and attention is given to the organizations and individuals who employ best practices and endeavor to elevate the ethical threshold in the business world.
The Center for the Public Trust works very hard to promote the positive. And the reason we do that is to really try to reinstill trust in American corporations. There's been so many scandals in the media, but yet the great majority of people in corporations are doing the right thing. And those are the people that the Center for the Public Trust really tries to promote and highlight.
We have a Being a Difference award that is an award that really acknowledges individuals who are really doing things the right way and creating success for themselves and others by being a difference. That's one way. The other is training. We provide training on ethical best practices and topics related to ethical leadership all across the country.
The CPT acts as a mechanism to link the theoretical aspect of ethics to the practical aspect, thereby acting as a catalyst to provide the business community with tools and resources that allow the theory of ethics to become applicable in day-to-day decision-making.
Ethical culture in American business is not a matter of what we aspire to, it's what we tolerate. And the Center for the Public Trust exists to illustrate, educate, and promote those in business that in fact are creating a culture which is accountable, trustworthy, and therefore can help the public understand that business is for the purpose of promoting the public interest.
The Center for the Public Trust is very unique in the way we teach and promote ethics. We try to take the theoretical aspects of ethical thinking and behavior and turn it into practical, everyday behaviors that people can learn and adopt.
Stressing the importance of ethical business practices to the business leaders of tomorrow, the CPT established a student program on college campuses and partners with universities across the country to bring subject matter experts and keynote speakers together to conduct workshops and conferences on ethics and ethical leadership related topics.
It's imperative for us to work with business students today to help them understand what it takes to make good and positive ethical business decisions, because those decisions that they make today will impact tomorrow.
We believe it's important to teach students about ethics and ethical leadership because they are the future business leaders of America. One day, they will manage the business processes that make a company profitable and have long-term viability. So we've launched an exciting new program, the Student Center for the Public Trust, on college campuses where we do just that. We work and teach business students about ethics and ethical leadership.
The NASBA Center for the Public Trust addresses the issue of ethics and ethical behavior in business, education, public policy, and society, while promoting a positive perspective on activities within business and accounting communities. To learn more about NASBA and the Center for the Public Trust, visit centerforpublictrust.org.